Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Knicks. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, there's the 76ers, 3 spots below.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
Well, they were in everyone's crosshairs, and they've actually outperformed some of those predictions. That is not easy to do with a target on your back.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Kelly Oubre out there with George, and it's Embiid in at the center. And for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out there with Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the 3. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
Now, here's George. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Here's Maxey, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And with a bigger responsibility, Tim, the efficiency numbers for Tyrese Maxey taking a bit of a dip.
Well, they certainly have, but they've gone from great to just good enough. But I think, Kevin, as he gets more help and more guys come back from injury, those numbers will recover.
They sure will. The first one falls. Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become more vocal, I think then you're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes. Maxey hits them both. And a hard-nosed defensive identity for this Knicks. But, GA, there's been some slippage.
Well, the challenge has been their 2 best offensive players get targeted at the other end. The adage, you're only as strong as your weakest link. It has some truth to it.
Philadelphia with the ball after OG Anunoby made that last 3-pointer. Here's Edgecombe. Defended by Bridges from downtown, and there's Edgecombe on the assist by Embiid.
Doing what he does, drawing the defense in, and then Embiid kicking it out for the 3-pointer.
The jump hook, and there's the bucket as Brunson finishes it off.
Knicks high, 7-7.
Here's Maxey. Last game with 30 points. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Beyond the arc, another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's big for Tyrese Maxey's confidence when he's connecting from that deep because he is a volume shooter from the 3-point line.
Out to Bridges. Oh, good on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And how about we check the numbers for Tyrese Maxey?
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Brown. We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with him. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if Coach's message resonates. Back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
and the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
And here's Brunson outside. Paul George grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oubre sets the screen for Edgecombe. Outside for George. Pass to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Towns. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Well, that is nice touch and confidence on the mid-range from Embiid.
Hart outside. To the inside. Towns against Embiid, and that one's good. Towns.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. A different look for New York. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Anunoby, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Bridges. Then for the 76ers, Barlow's checked in, and it's Quentin Grimes in for Edgecombe. And it's Maxey with the ball for the Philadelphia 76ers. Inside, here's Barlow. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. The Knicks have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And that one good from Clarkson.
With just about every shot in his bag, Clarkson is an elite-level scorer.
Maxey with it. Brunson picks him up. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Hart. They get the rebound. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. Oubre on the wing. Pass to Grimes. Now Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. That shot wide open. Maxey's got 7 points in the game. New York's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. From deep, Maxey gets the three-pointer to fall. Maxey's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the 76ers. Hart outside, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Knicks, Diawara's checked in, and it's Bridges in for Hart. Here's Diawara. Clarkson on the wing. He's guarded by Grimes. Robinson, that's good.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Here's Maxey. Mitchell Robinson making his last shot. Pass to Bridges. New York moving it around. Here's Clarkson, and again it's New York.
And this is what Clarkson is out here to do. He's consistent about looking to score from the mid-range.
And here's Maxey outside. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 13.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Jalen Brunson has been on display for the New York Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They needed a jolt from that second unit, and that's exactly what they got.
Sharing the perimeter spots, it's Clarkson and Bridges. Gershon Yabusele is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's McBride in at the point. They're the group New York will start the second with. And so here is Philadelphia. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot, George passes to Grimes. Plays it up off the glass.
Yeah, I love that. He comes off the pick and takes it right to the hole.
Clarkson with the ball. 5 points in the game. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Kevin, back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
Well, that's just a veteran understanding how to play. Paul George knowing exactly where to go with the ball.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's ready to talk things through with them. OG Anunoby's checked in for New York. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Edgecombe's checked in. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Knicks in New York. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
Well, the numbers don't lie. Paul George has been one of the most accurate three-point shooters of his generation.
Pass to McBride. Robinson, a screen on McCain. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Now the 76ers on the break. Here's Drummond to the wing right side. Edgecombe. And a miss there on the triple. Takes it inside. 2 points. That one goes.
76ers lead. 29-26.
The 76ers leading by 3. Pass to George. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fades. The Knicks pull it in. Here's McBride. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Pass to Edgecombe. And here's George. To the middle. Here's Grimes. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket. Grimes has got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers. And the Knicks with possession here. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, nothing bothers coaches more than turnovers. I'm sure it was not quiet in that post-game locker room.
A different look for New York. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Mikal Bridges. Andrew Shamet comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. Towns finds Robinson. New York moving the ball around. Here's Brunson. Brunson bullies his way inside. Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels like the highlights just become more and more spectacular.
And that's because these guys are so competitive, trying to constantly one-up each other, and the fans are the beneficiaries.
Pass to Edgecombe. No good on the three. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Anunoby, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCabe looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes, a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
And the Knicks making a change here. McBride's checked in. Both free throws good from Anunoby.
And one thing you can count on from Anunoby is effort on both ends. He's a key part of this team.
Pass to Barlow. Here's Grimes. 5 to shoot. Now here's Maxey. Embiid kicks to Maxey. That 3 off the mark. Here's Brunson. Brunson slicing through.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
31.
There's a minute 47 left now here in the second. Pass to Edgecombe. Back to Maxey. To the paint. Shot clock at 6. And it goes down 2 points. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Embracing the role of a facilitator. That's really good stuff there by Maxey.
Shamet. And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Embiid going all out.
What a vicious throwdown. You get there late, you get your feelings hurt.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. So for Philadelphia, their last game, a win against New York. Here's Brunson. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
.50 seconds left in the first half. Maxey with it. Now guarded by Towns. Maxey feeling it out a bit. Back to Embiid. With force. Embiid takes it to him.
Yeah, he just knows exactly how to run that screen. Good stuff there from Embiid.
32 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to McBride. The call will be against B.J. Edgecombe. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for New York. Josh Hart comes in for Landry Shamet. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Miles McBride. Oubre's checked in for the 76ers. George comes in for Quentin Grimes. Now, here's Bridges. No scoring in this one. Shot clock at 5. Hart, wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And here's Maxey for the 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
How about that? Just a perfect finish to the half as they tack on another 3 to their lead.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fielding them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime, and we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Well, I think for the Knicks, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And now back to that first half. How about Tyrese Maxey? He was getting whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted it.
Well, you see Maxey putting up points. He's the reason they're up. Not sure where they'd be without him.
He's been the best version of himself, which is elite. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. George is out there with Oubre, and it's Embiid in at the center, filling out the middle. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. Tyrese Maxey trying to do it all for his team. He said, I think the biggest part is leadership. I need to lead by example and lead with my voice. I have to play well, and if I do that, I can demand respect with my play. But I really want to set a good example just by how hard I work. Back over to you.
Great mentality. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. The 76ers leading by 4. Right wing. Back to Maxey. 76ers moving the ball around. Oubre outside. 6 on the shot clock. George, that's a 2-pointer. Bridges with the board.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Anunoby outside. Brunson against Maxey. Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Tries it from 19. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Hart. Philadelphia's got 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Now here's Brunson. 16 points for him. Here we go, one-on-one. Anunoby against George. Embiid in the corner. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Clark kicks to Anunoby. On deep, Brunson. Oubre pulls it in. 76ers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. And Tim, I think it's safe to say that Kelly Oubre is an eccentric guy.
Well, Kevin, he's got the tattoos, the painted fingernails, certainly not afraid to express himself stylistically. And in this league, if you can play, well, the dress code is flexible.
Pass to Towns. Brunson with a clean look. Brunson with another miss.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second. It has certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
First team foul.
And you talk about physical dominance combined with skill. Tim, at his peak, where does Joel Embiid rank?
Well, Kevin, I'm not sure we've ever seen a 7-footer with this combination of power and three-point shooting touch. Injuries really are the only thing that have slowed him down.
Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough. Length. You know, players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt and that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a pure perimeter player.
Here's Max. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Lob pass to Oubre. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Brunson kicks to Bridges. Towns with it. Embiid's there. And that one drops. Towns has got 6.
And we just saw Cat at his best, pounding the paint, finishing near the rim.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. Leading by 5. Down low. Here's Embiid. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And that's 13 points for Joel Embiid.
Well, he is really filling it up, but also keeping others involved.
For New York, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Bridges passes to Brunson. And there's another one for the Knicks.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Robinson's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Edgecombe. .144 left to play here in the third. In the corner, George with it. Embiid with a screen on Towns. And George gets it to go.
Yeah, Paul George is just a great mid-range jump shooter.
Brunson the pass to Robinson. Outside, Towns. Back to Robinson. Pass to Brunson. In the corner, it's Bridges. No good from outside.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
Now here's Towns. He's got 6. And Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Maxey against Brunson. And that one's good, Maxey. And now it's a 12-point Philadelphia lead.
I love the determination of Tyrese Maxey. Has turned himself into a natural scorer, and he is always hunting the next bucket.
The Knicks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. George sets a screen for Maxey. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Brunson against Maxey. It's a big high bounce and goes in. Brunson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Playing from behind right here, not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Clarkson, Mitchell Robinson out there with Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's McBride in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Now, here's Clarkson after the miss from Joel Embiid. Outside, Towns. Hits the three-point bomb.
Towns has one of the best three-point strokes of any big man in the league.
Now, McCain. Doesn't go that time. Towns with the defensive effort. Here's Anunoby. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. As the 25th pick back in the 21 draft, Tim, what's enabled Quentin Grimes to really break through here recently?
It's pretty simple, Kevin. It's opportunity. He finally got that chance to be able to be free offensively, to show what his ceiling is, a much larger role offensively. Kind of reminds you of Jamal Murray a little bit, particularly now that he's got the green light.
So he's had the body, had the skills. It was just, as you're saying, the opportunity there to really capitalize.
Absolutely. Unencumbered on that end of the floor. It's amazing how guys can break through.
Good on both. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. The big man Embiid converts inside.
Yeah, and when he's healthy, Embiid has proven that this is what he's capable of every single night.
Here's Towns. Crafty move. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
After a forgettable first half, he is turning it on now. You love to see this kind of resilience.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Josh Hart, he's checked in for New York. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
All right, Allie, thanks. 76ers moving the ball around. Pass to Grimes. Connects from three-point range.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Anunoby outside. Now Hart. Towns, a screen on Oubre. There's the 3. 4 on the clock. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Towns.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
76ers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to McCain. And here's Embiid. Clarkson pulls it down. Now Hart launches it. No good there. Here's Edgecombe. Now Oubre. Towns with the steal. Here he goes. Yep, that goes down.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Bridges is checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Miles McBride. And then for Philadelphia, George comes in for Quentin Grimes. And Maxey subbed in for Jared McCain. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 14 points. And the shot goes in.
And sometimes Joel Embiid is just that good. He can be unstoppable.
Knicks trail by 11. Brunson muscles through the contact.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
Outside, Maxey, and there's the foul. It's on Towns. That's his first foul. GA, in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Now here's Bridges. Here's Hart. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
And the shot selection has been great, but the volume isn't where it needs to be.
Maxey, it's good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
Maxey, softly lays it in.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Brunson. The close-range shot is good from Brunson.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
The 76ers leading by 8. Maxey with it. Strong move off the glass.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the 76ers.
They really lit it up in this fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely, just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tyrese Maxey.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
And Embiid with the block.
And when Embiid is doing that, protecting the paint, he's as impactful as anyone in this league.
Stolen by Anunoby. Here we've got Brunson. Got it to go off the glass.
76ers lead, 78-70.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Maxey, a three-pointer, good.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
The three goes down.
76ers lead, 81-73.
Maxey fires. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this win up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. And now, our player of the game, Tyrese Maxey.